pretty simple. I win. Hello, guys. Welcome to Indiana Sports Connection. Getting ready for the Louisville game here. Thank you so much for being here, being part of the community. We got Hillbilly Monkey back here. Yeah, okay. And myself. And I did hear that. And I'm going to turn. I watched, and I was going to do an episode about this. I've been just like had a cold all week. And I hate to make these excuses all the time, but it's like, Rothstein, he did a interview with Darren DeVries this week, and they were talking about the front court. I didn't hear the exact comments, and I'd have to go back and hear exactly what he said, but I did not really think that he insinuated that this team. I think he more insinuated that we have a smaller lineup up front, so we're going to have to play and team rebound and that type of thing. So, yes, we do. Let's talk about who watched the Kentucky game last night, because Kentucky all of a sudden does not look like that hard of a team. I mean, I'm really looking, they cannot shoot from the outside, and they really struggled against Gonzaga. And I know Gonzaga is coming off a big loss, but just something to watch out for Kentucky. And then if anybody watched the Purdue game right before this, it was ridiculous. Purdue could not shoot the basketball either. I just want to put that into context, because us Indiana fans, we get so upset when we play a bad game against Minnesota. But boy, Purdue losing at home to Iowa State like how they did, that would not be good if that happened to a coach in Indiana at home like that early in his career. So, it can happen to anybody. It can happen to any team at any time. It's we got the comments rolling in. Purdue does suck. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, they got holes in their team just as much as anybody. I think Michigan is the team you really got to watch out for, because losing to Minnesota was a huge letdown. But IU's got to get it done right now. You can't think about that now. You got to go into this game fired up, ready to get this done. And it should be a good crowd of Hoosiers there. Hoosiers in the red uniforms coming out. Look, the guys, we're going to have Brown and Conwell. Conwell is the guy that scares me just because he is so physical and relentless, and the way that he plays. I've probably watched him the most because I've watched a lot of Indiana State games when he was there, and I watched him a few times this year playing for Louisville. So Connor Enright on Brown. And I have got to get my phone so I can look at the stats and stuff. But Louisville with the ball first, moving it, get it right down low on a pass that really went right past the ear of Tucker DeVries right there, where he did not see it. And 2 points for Louisville right off the bat. But thank you for joining me. And Tatum Conaway gets his pocket picked right at the and not a great starting possession for Indiana. Kind of just get lackadaisical with the ball there. And I wish they'd show the replay of how he lost the ball right there. But yeah, Ryan Conwell, he is did he play for Indiana State? I thought so. I guess maybe I just skipped the year. He played for Xavier last year. How am I missing this? And leave your comments down below or on the side here. I'm very excited for tonight's game. I'll try to get to them. Hopefully Indiana can win. Yes. And if they win this game, I think that's what we're all looking forward to. If they can beat Ohio State, I would say we'd be the front runners to win the national championship, which would be unbelievable. overall, I mean, it's and Reed Bailey cannot finish around the basket right there. He just kind of got a weird angle on his shot there. Bailey needs to grab that rebound too on the other end. And Louisville fires up a three. It rolls around the rim and comes out. A break for Indiana there because that looked like a good shot and it was down in and popped right out of the basket. So, all right. Enright with the ball. Now, and he goes over to Connor Way. And they're just kind of struggling. Louisville is making it really difficult for Indiana on defense and all over the place. They are relentless. Indiana loses the ball. Louisville down on a fast break, fires up the 3-pointer, and then it goes out of bounds. But Louisville right now they definitely came out with a lot more intensity on defense. Indiana has not had in 2 minutes. I know this is early in the game, but I'll say you see one more possession like that, you got to call timeout and get these guys' heads out of their asses so they can start to realize. And we got Sam Alexis in the game early. So Reed Bailey goes out, didn't even play 2 minutes there, and Alexis is back into the game. And now the foul on Tucker DeVries right there, and not a great. And bam, a runner right down into the lane and a dunk for Louisville. Nobody stopped the ball, and Frew just went right in for the jam. Work it over to Tucker in the corner. He's got to hit that three. And Sam Alexis, you have got to get your hands on that rebound. I know if somebody was getting on him, but man, when those rebounds are right at you, you have to be able to get there. Indiana 5-0, 17 coming down about 3 minutes left, gone in the game. Alexis had the ball, kind of got bailed out because IU called timeout, but Indiana's getting smothered there in the corner, and they got to figure it out right now. I mean, this game just started, and they look all over the place. Yeah, and Sam Alexis was there trying to defend it, but I mean, once a guy gets that kind of a run at the rim, I mean, your defense has to and he's going to be a liability. I mean, he struggled against Minnesota because he was trying to work for a shot on the offensive side, and then he looked physically just gassed on the defensive side. And but we'll see. We'll see how this all goes. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. Hit the subscribe button, share the stream with your friends or whatever to join the chat mob and chat it up about the game. All right. Indiana gets the ball in. Alexis to Connerway and an air ball. So yeah, I agree with the announcers there. It's like that is not Connerway's shot to you got to get it somebody that can get a better shot than that. That was like a long runner. Louisville goes out into the corner. He fires up a three and he misses, but Indiana cannot get the rebound. You gotta get your hands on these rebounds. Just too many of these rebounds just squirting out of our hands. Yeah, I mean, you can't have a guard come in and rip the ball out of your hands under the basket. I mean, Louisville working it around the perimeter, now driving in and for a easy layup for Conwell right there. He is Conwell, he's the dude I thought Indiana'd have trouble with because he's like thick dude guy that can really work his way inside and he just knows how to use it. I mean, he just went right into Tucker DeVries and he collapsed like a wet mop. And he's got those fouls on him, so he can't really play that play was super aggressive anyway. But all right, Sam Alexis with the ball, gets it out to Wilkerson, fires up a three, and he misses, and Louisville grabs the rebound. And this might be start getting ugly, folks. Indiana has got to figure out something here of a way that they can score the basketball. Hopefully, it's not. Hopefully, it's not a Bahamas a repeat from last year. Final score 70-0. All right, Trent Sisley with the ball. He's driving left. It's back out to Alexis. Now to Wilkerson and Louisville playing tight defense everywhere. Conwell is up on Wilkerson, giving him no room, and he rips the ball right out of his hands. It's just proved like the guys on Indiana just against his better competition. And that is honestly what I thought was going to happen right there. Wilkerson's not good at driving with the ball. He's not been good against lesser competition. And going against Conwell right there, who he's a lot stronger than him, is just like, it's not good. This team needs to work the ball around the perimeter and make their defense work and then drive the ball off of those screens. And if they're not doing that, Indiana can be way too easy to guard because we don't have guys that can go in the lane and elevate and out athlete people. So it is looking like the Bahamas, but I hope it's not 70-0. That would be worse than the Purdue game right there. Oh, we are at a commercial break here. Hey, let me get my phone. Well, we're gonna find out what kind of a in-game coach DeVries is right here, because right off the bat in this game, you're facing some real adversity, and some of these guys being coming from mid-major schools, like it might be something they've not faced before. So we'll see how this goes, but yeah, I mean, Louisville shooting 50% to start out. They're one of four on threes, and it is 10-0. IU 0 for 5, 0 for 3 on threes, and they just gotta get it rolling. They seem very nervous. They seem very in their own head. I think they're playing some tough defense, but when you have a lot of anxiety before a game, it can just physically take it out of you, though. We are soft. And I love the court of public opinion, always coming in with the positive, screwing themselves into chance at ANIT. Hey, Snowman. I know this guy. I've seen him on the internet. He does a radio show. 13-0 Louisville. They hit a 3 in the corner now. So not good. Not good for Indiana. Um Yeah, honestly, if the live stream wasn't on, I would be cursing a lot more, and that's where this might go here in just a few minutes because I'm getting disgusted with watching this. Sam, Alexis, grab the ball with strong hands and get the ball in the basket. My God, Alexis under the basket. He was trying, and they just looked tough. And Louisville with another 3, and they are raining down on Indiana right now. It's 16-0, and Indiana looks like they look like a bunch of assholes out there. This is how the last time I watched Indiana. Well, no, they played an exhibition, but I can't look away. There is still a lot of time left in this game, you know. Yeah, Lamar Wilkerson right there. What are you doing? I mean, the shot fake gets you completely out of the picture. It's not what you need to do right there. And all right, IU with the ball. Still looking for their first points. DeVries with it, turns a corner, gets it to Wilkerson. He fires one up and off of the side iron there. Another miss. And Louisville coming down the floor looking to make it 18-0 or 19-0. All right. Enright gets a rebound. Like, get something going here. Get into the game at least. All right. And a lob. That was a good drive by Wilkerson. And finally on the board was Sam Alexis and an illegal screen by Louisville. And if there was any way that IU needed something to happen to maybe change the crowd around, that might have been it from Enright taking that illegal screen there. They need something or somebody. I mean, this game, they just got to get it under 10 points here. All right, Indiana, start working the ball. DeVries has it up top now. Dribbling, finds Enright on the side. Enright driving left, and it's it out to Wilkerson on a long 3, and he misses it. And Nick Dorn almost got the rebound, but people are scrambling all around, and a travel on Frew. He did like the 2-step, then dribble right there. You know basketball's bad when a guy does a Euro step like 100 feet away from the basket. Yeah, I feel like we see 1-3 go down. We'll be more fired up. Finally, DeVries hits the 3 there. All right. And Indiana can like get off the toilet, here. And a bad pass by Louisville inside. And all of a sudden 3 possessions, Indiana slowly taking their head out of their ass. And all right, in Louisville's Garden, full court on Enright here. Enright in as the guard, Connerway out, DeVries on the side, and just a sidestep dribble and nails another 3, and that's how easily IU can start scoring some points when DeVries starts hitting. All right, and another bad foul, another turnover on Louisville. So here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I always thought if you're going to give a big run in a game, and this happens in so many games, the team, when I'm rooting for them, is like when you get ahead 20-0 in a game or 20-2, it's just inevitable that the other team's going to crawl back in because they got so much time to do it. And it's just hard in a college game. Like teams will not stay engaged. Like no team just stays engaged all game long. DeVries for a long 3, and it's off the back iron. And Louisville grabs a rebound. Conwell driving up the court. A great move by Conwell to just juke the hell out of Lamar Wilkerson right there. Now Wilkerson's got it. I thought he traveled, but they didn't call a travel. They get it over to Nick Dorn. Make that basket. No. All right. Tucker DeVries does have to lose some weight. He was just running up the court right there, and he kind of looked like me for a second at the YMCA. So my man boobs are going up and down. Oh, and Louisville hits a 3-pointer and kind of Louisville rights the ship there, 19-8 now. 10:55. This has felt like a wild 10 minutes. And Louisville, now Indiana. Bad turnover. Oh my God. And I don't know what happened here. A foul or I mean, Indiana can play with these guys. They can. I mean, they got to prove it right now. They're just the type of team that has to run the offense the way the coach wants it run. When they start getting a little bit selfish ball, it's not good for this team. They don't have individual players, like super talented individuals that can just score on their own. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, I always hate the refs' calls. I think all refereeing is at like an all-time low in the NFL. College basketball is terrible. Women's basketball is even worse. If you watch women's college basketball or WNBA, that's the worst refereeing. I don't know what it is. Not a lot of people want to do this job. My dad used to referee a lot of games, and one of the main things a referee is like you have to have actually seen exactly what happened. Like if sometimes referees, you can tell that they didn't see what happened, but they make the call anyway. That's what bothers me. Like if you can't see, say, Oh, I couldn't see what happened there. Like if you're refereeing a basketball game, uh, sometimes all three referees didn't see what happened because they didn't have an angle to see it. And that's the truth about it sometimes. Yeah, Ryan Conwell, what a player with I mean, not being recruited out of high school. It just shows how many guys this day and age just because they're not good in high school just get overlooked completely going to college. That's what our football team is like, a whole team of those type of guys. All right, Conwell's got the ball on the outside. He's driving right. He's driving left. Reed Bailey's on him. And all right, Bailey grabs a rebound, gets it over to Wilkerson. He works his way up the floor. Now back out to DeVries and over to Connor Way. Bailey over to Wilkerson. Back out top to DeVries. Back to Bailey and DeVries on a dribble handoff. And Reed Bailey throws it out to Connerway, who throws up a prayer. Not really the guy you want to shoot right there, but it luckily went off of Louisville's hand, and we got the ball like right back. So oh, and DeVries gets fouled on a 3-pointer here in the corner. All right. Yeah, I like this announcing. It's a different announcing crew. I mean, Clark Kellogg's normally decent, but Robbie Hummel is one of my favorite people. And I talked to him for a few minutes at the game a few weeks ago. I cannot think right now, but he is the most popular man who went to Purdue University in Assembly Hall for sure. Everybody knows him. Indiana's right in this thing. I mean, that's how we got to view this. They played like shit to start this game, and I mean, they're right in the game. So, uh, we got to get some stops. And Louisville's not shooting the ball outstanding, and they didn't shoot the ball well against Arkansas. So, this is kind of a continuation for them. This is what I think Indiana. I'm happy that wasn't a foul. I get off track. Sometimes I do play by play, and sometimes I just give my comments on the game. But I figure you have a TV at your house as well. So, if you're just listening to this for the commentary and the chat. Yeah, dude, that is right. And rebounding is not all height. I mean, it's it's a lot of instincts, you know. And another foul on Louisville here. But this guy. Yeah, Enright takes the punishment right there, runs full belly right into his ass cheeks. And I'm gonna tell you, the announcers on the radio, they won't tell you that. Yeah, that if I was him, I'd be mad that that was a foul. He was like just standing there, and that dude just ran into his backside. But Wilkerson, yes, on the three in Indiana, 14-19 now, and IU and they come right back and nail a 3-pointer. Conwell does, so it's like, take that. Oh, and his parents are telling everybody to sit down, so watch out for that. He should have went to Indiana, this Conwell guy. I Oh, Connor Enright with the play of the year. One of the plays of the year so far, but with a great reverse right there. All right, Louisville's got it out top. He's driving right. He kicks it out. Shot fake. It's like he's going to try to back down in with the left hand, and he makes it in. That over the shoulder. That was a tough move down there to just kind of grind his way in and put that thing in on a little. Wilkerson. Oh, and that was just short for three. 16-24, 7:36 on the clock. And Indiana picks her pocket. Trent Sisley grabs it, gets the ball up the court to DeVries, and for a long three, and he misses. I did not like that shot right there. I thought he could have pushed that ball. The inside was open, and they could have made their way in. And that's how easy it is to just make a lackadaisical kind of offensive play, and then it come right back. And Conwell is keeping them in this game, keeping them ahead single-handedly right now. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did it right there. Yeah, that was an illegal butting right there. Yeah, I think Enright, that's just like his job. He just runs into people, and it's like a car wreck happened. And they get the call. Yeah, and Conwell, he has no reason to be pissed off at Indiana because we tried to get him in the transfer portal. He would have been a great addition to this team. I thought, like, him compared to Lamar Wilkerson, he's just a lot more of an aggressive driver. He just has a lot more body to him to drive in and create his own kind of space and shot when he drives. But he's just a lot stronger player than Wilkerson is. But not as good of a shooter. He's 3 of 5 right now, but he's not as good of a shooter. All right, here 7:05 on the clock, coming back out. IU's got the ball, gonna inbound. There we go. A nice play for Wilkerson to go in. Oh, and he got the dunk. And wow, I mean, it looked like there was some contact there, but and he came down from the other end of the court, almost made a great play on the ball there, but great inbound call there by DeVries. And then Indiana gives up a goaltend, but just give up a wide open layup there. And I don't know who was out of position on this. Right there. I mean, I was just talking trash about Wilkerson not being able to drive, and he back cuts Conwell and dunks it right in his face, almost to just tell me, like, screw you. I can make these plays too. A deflected ball goes over to Sicily, and he gets the shot in for Sicily and the foul. He's going to the line, and he can make this an 8-point game, 21. Put the free throw in and make it 21-29 here. But good to see Sicily with a nice using the pivot foot to get the shot off. And that was a great move. Basketball is so simple. He made it look simple right there. Yeah, he is. I mean, this dude, he's already such a beast for being a freshman. And he misses the free throw. Indiana, Dorn grabs a rebound. All right. Indiana with a chance. And I can't believe it. I don't know how he just cannot get that out of there. Shoot. That was just an opportunity. They got a 4 or 5 point possession there. Louisville going to the line. I mean, I don't know where the foul was on that. I mean, Sicily was practically collapsing down on the baseline, and then Wilkerson just slapped it out of bounds. But whatever, there's probably some body there. I don't know. All right, Louisville makes both the free throws, 31-20. Now with 6:15 left, Indiana with the ball. Conaway coming up the court, driving around to the right side. Conaway spins, gets into the lane. They called a foul on Alexis. That was over the back, or not a good play by Tate Conaway there. He was just out of control. Oh, and this is killer for Indiana. Now a stupid foul. Alexis commits under the basket, going over the back, and then that puts them on the free throw line. And Indiana struggles not to foul. And so with 6 minutes left, this is going to be a challenge for them to keep this within 10 points. They got to just play tough defense and not foul here in this last 6 minutes. Tucker DeVries cross court over to Sicily, and he loses it out of bounds, but I think it's Indiana's ball. Alexis drives and he misses it at point blank range. Just too many of those for Indiana. Indiana cannot finish around the basket. Like, that just kills you. And Wilkerson, I mean, right there. His feet, I don't know if his feet were just a little bit too spread apart. It was almost like a tripping, they were saying. So I can see that. But putting Louisville back on the line, 20-32 now. And yeah, this game is going to be an uphill battle the whole way for Indiana. I mean, they got to do something right here in this last 5 minutes to keep this really probably under 20 points. The way things are going. Connor Wade with the ball, drives baseline, and a blocking foul on Louisville. And this is turning into a free throw fest, which makes it just a dreadful game to watch on TV. Oh. Yeah, I saw that too. I mean, he was planted in the middle of the floor and he just ran right over him. So I don't understand that call. His feet were too spread apart. Louisville misses a shot at point blank range. All right, Connor Wade's got it. Over to DeVries, to Sicily in the corner for three, and he misses it. They need one of those to go down because and an air ball for Fryer there. That guy killed Indiana. I was just thinking about that, like in that Bahamas game last year. He was running the floor and was dunking it all over us. But it's like he's taking kind of a back seat on this Louisville team. Indiana with the ball now, 21-33. Need to get it to 10 here. Alexis drives inside, throws up a underhand shot, and it was not even close. Like, you got to make the layups. Alexis is just struggling to put the ball in from anywhere. Sicily with the ball, gets it to Wilkerson. Inside, Alexis gets it, and he finally puts one in, 23-33. Indiana cuts it to 10 with 3:30 on the clock. We need some stops here. And Louisville with a three, and that one goes in. Of course it does. Like, Louisville just seems like they are once every time we score, they're getting one step ahead of us. DeVries for the long three, and he misses. And I did not like that shot right there in that situation. And DeVries cannot get a third foul, and he gets a third foul. And this is a terrible call on DeVries right there because this dude was
We are trying really hard to get you Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yep.
There's only so much we can do here.
I don't know if I'd go there yet. I don't think it's like the team of the last decade. Just because if Mike Woodson or Archie Miller's teams got behind by even 15 points. It felt like an insurmountable lead because we couldn't make 3-pointers at all, and we weren't going to shoot 3-pointers even if we were behind. So yeah, hopefully the football game's not a blowout. You know, if this ends up being a blowout in the football game, yeah, we won't have much to cheer about today.
Repair my intestinal lining. Check. I got lasting steroid remission. Check. Rapid symptom visible repair of the intestinal lining. And lasting steroid remission. Check, check, and check. Remote enrollment by infections before treatment. Test for TB and D bloodworm. Serious infections, blood clot, some fatal.
And the women got blown out earlier, and Purdue got blown out. If you care about that, or maybe you're happy about that. Everybody's getting blown out. Kentucky got blown out. Got blown out in that game last night. Oh.
CBS Thursday.
There's a clue in it. I know.
Is only CBS Thursday, 9/8 Central. What are you doing about this? SpongeBob movie, December 19th. Rated PG.
Next Saturday, 3 Eastern, CBS Sports is proud to present a Game of Honor, the annual Army Navy game live from Louisville. All the pageantry begins at noon on CBS Sports Network at 2:30. State Farm Power football today. CBS.
IU desperately needs to make a run in this game. It's been a rough going. 23 points. 23 points in the first half. All we can muster up in 17. All right. Louisville missed the free throw. Bad pass by Enright right there. And he gets the rebound at least. Louisville missed the shot. Enright on the run, and he throws another bad pass. He tried to throw it up to Sicily, and Reed Bailey gets in there for a strong finish. And he throws it out of bounds. Louisville throws it out of bounds. So they called a foul on that, and I didn't see that, but just a struggle watching this first half for Indiana. Just a struggle. Yeah, let's see somebody that can fire up some 3-pointers. Keep hearing about Nick Dorn, how he's gonna fill it up, and And also, I thought Reed Bailey would shoot more 3-pointers on this team. I thought with his profile and his height, I just thought this and what Darren DeVries likes to do, and he's shot 2 the entire year. I mean, I know he's not the guy you want taking a bunch, but Connerway, too much dribbling. Like, that is not the offense. Like, all this dribbling over there in this one-on-one play, and he's just not the guy that's going to make a play one-on-one in that spot right there. He's out in open space, like, go for it. Or if you see the opportunity to go in for a layup, go for it. But all right, Indiana gets the rebound. Trent Sisley is making his way all the way down the court, and he ropes one in with his long arm. Trent Sisley looks great. I mean, he's looked down in the Minnesota game. He did not look good, but I mean, for a freshman, what do you expect? And Louisville nails a 3-ball, 41-27. Just like Indiana is just overmatched in this game. And if they get killed in this game, I'll really be curious how they look against Kentucky, because Kentucky does not look good at all. So, you know, Connor Enright, it just is a kind of a rushed, really flat shot. And oh, this is a depressing game so far.
Personalizes your insurance based on your hey, someone else's mistake. Is something wrong with my hair?
41-27 to score. Louisville on top with 26 seconds to play here in the first half.
Well, they're back from the commercial, and you might be right there. I don't know if he's working out. Anytime I hear somebody say wolf, it just I was just watching Home Alone last night with my daughter. Buzz's girlfriend, Wolf. You think that cheerleader's bad? You should see the cheerleaders for the Green Bay Packers. They got like high school cheerleading uniforms. Louisville with the ball. Wilkerson guarding Conwell up top, and now to Brown, and Enright is on him. Drive, and he misses. 2, 1, Enright, and he gets it. It was, man, that was close to going in. Well, halftime of this game. Yeah, if Indiana could get this close in the second half, I'd be impressed with DeVries as a coach. If he can come up with a way, you got to find somebody on this team at halftime that's going to be scoring. Um, Yeah, they have these men cheerleaders now in the NFL. I've seen them on, and it's not good. It's not what you would think. It's like the kid you knew in high school that always hung out with the band. It's like that guy. Yeah, they do. I mean, DeVries, he's got to come up with some, I don't know, some specific actions here to, I don't know who they go to. You know, it seems like uh maybe in a game like this, Trent Sisley can hit a couple of threes, and this team struggles inside. I mean, I would say half of their problem is rebounds going off of Sam Alexis and Reed Bailey's hands, and then even if they grab those rebounds, just somebody for Louisville just knocks the ball right out of their hands. And I mean, you just got to be stronger with the ball, not to let people knock the ball out of your hands. I mean, that's just as simple as that.
Be smart. Call Blackburn and Romy, trusted injury lawyers, for help today. We're available.
I think DeVries put this team together, but Russell, I love your picture there. Yeah, Alexis missing all those layups was critical. I mean, Reed Bailey missed a couple, but Alexis had many opportunities to either, I mean, they got a rebound just raked out of his hands. I mean, I would think he would be better at this stuff because he played on Florida in practice last year. And I know the kind of like guards and big guys they had. I mean, I'm sure they really got after it in practice. So thought Alexis would be a little bit stronger. Yeah, that's true. I mean, every time Indiana was getting anything going, it was just Louisville immediately buried a shot. They had to take Indiana's momentum away. Indiana just had that one little run where that kind of got them. Yeah, it does look like the varsity's playing the B team out there. It's not great. Yeah, Alexis was a bench player, but I mean, Florida had great big guys though, so it really didn't have, to me, it didn't have an effect on why he wasn't playing just because.
But let me say that this is what happens when you go on the portal. Watch your players that are not customer playing at this level. And then you're putting them in blue blood type situations, putting marketing like this. Other places, guys are thriving. And on that note, we're going to look at those highlights from the day. The number one.
Well, Indiana's got to just score like 60 in the second half and they'll be fine.
This is fresh. There are no fillers, no spray on flavors. There are no cut corners, no easy ways out.
We got to keep the faith here. I mean, they got 20 minutes to play. I'm not going to give up on them. We got guys that can shoot. We got and yeah, they it's 40. So they gave up. It was 16-0 to start the game. So if you take away those 16 points, I know you can't do that, but from that point, Indiana's winning 25-27. If you take away those 16 points they started out with. So, Indiana played them. They're ahead by 1 once they scored. So if you start to look at it, I mean, they played with them really well past that start, but it was just the start was so bad. It's hard to recover when you let a team get out to a 16-0 lead on you. Yeah, and Indiana doesn't have these super high level talented players. So it's going to be difficult to come back, but it's not letting a team get out to that type of a run. But here we go. First half stats. Louisville's 13-29. Indiana's 10-32. So Indiana's had more shots, which is kind of surprising. So Indiana's 3 of 16. So shooting not good on 3-pointers. And you see there at halftime, Louisville had some guys that normally don't hit 3-pointers, a couple of their big guys that hit them. So they're 8 of 18 on threes at 44%. That's better than Louisville normally hits. I mean, they'd normally be like 6 of 18. A couple of those big guys that hit a couple of those, they're not like their premier shooters. But when they're making them, they're hard to beat. I think those guys got some open shots because Indiana was so keyed in on trying to stop, Conwell and Brown early on. Indiana getting out rebounded 21-14 and 5-3 on the offensive rebounds. Louisville has 5 offensive rebounds. Indiana's 3, 16-11 on the defensive rebounds. Louisville has 8 assists to Indiana's 5. Louisville has 2 blocks to Indiana's 2. And Louisville has 6 steals to Indiana's 2 steals. Both teams have 7 turnovers. Indiana has more points in the paint, 14 points in the paint, surprisingly. And
You're not going to believe this.
oh boy.
Statement here, huh? Major statement for Iowa State. And how about the statement early? Well, if you are Brett, you are more the commissioner of the conference right now. You rather delay next week because you are going to
But the start of this season, I will tell you, we really screwed ourselves when we did not get Dusty May as our coach. He was meant to be our coach. Not that I don't love like Darren DeVries, but Dusty May has Michigan. You see what he had them last year, they were good. And you could just tell that he was going to be a really great coach in the Big Ten. Because to me, I think Michigan is really number one. I I mean, Purdue, well, they're obviously going to fall out of that position, but in the Ken Palm, it's going to be tough. But I really think Michigan is the team to beat right now. Michigan State is good too. But yeah, they lost that game to Duke. Michigan State only scored 60 points in that game. So if you have watched Boozer, he is tough. This guy is freaking tough. I cannot stop yawning. Yep. But it was the whole Archie Miller got 4 years, so he gets 4 years. So we need to sit through another year of this because our local people had to make that happen. So yeah, I would have taken either one. If you would have gotten rid of Archie a year earlier, then you could have fired Woodson after 4 years if he would have been hired then. So, but yeah, Michigan is they are tough. All right, I'm going to urinate before the second half of this starts. Let's go, people. Like, let's not be down about this game. Indiana, they got 20 minutes left in this game. Fight to the finish. Try to make it close. Try to make this go down to the wire. And yeah, I know DeVries is in foul trouble. You know what? Like the guy from Minnesota the other night, he was in foul trouble the whole time. Did that matter at the end of the game? It really didn't. That dude had 4 fouls. So screw that. You can play defense without fouling. Stick your chest out. And Tucker DeVries is a liability on defense. They need to get him on somebody else. Where he's playing whatever guy they put in the corner to not shoot, hopefully. Now there's an idea. I don't know what kind of coaches are gonna agree to that, because it's like the standard is that we just pay these coaches unbelievable amounts of money to go away. Oh my gosh. I wish there were other jobs out there like that. Oh yes, mister, you're fired from the Burger King and you get $1 million to go home because we don't want you here anymore.
You can deposit that check with the First Source mobile app. I need more space for these dogs. Trevor, I know. I'm asking. We can find a small business loan that works for you and you, Trevor. For every banking need, there's only First Source Bank. Free on your TV. Wayne 15 Plus. Start streaming today.
CBS Sports College basketball coverage is sponsored by Geico. It feels good to Geico. Fresh bread, healthy food, fresh from the fridge. And by AT&T, connecting changes everything. Louisville first national championship game in 1980 as they wound up knocking off UCLA with that title. Here, Air Source Invitational. Indianapolis. It's been all Louisville. Yes, there was a much larger guy in the middle, Clark Kellogg, but Mother Nature brought on Clark. That was he really tried. He coconut water, he exhausted all the options. Louisville's been dominant. Yes, and their defense has certainly slowed down the physicality, the pressure they can bring. Indiana has not looked like.
Wow. Clark Kellogg taking the second half off. You don't see that very often. You don't see these announcers ever leaving their jobs. These announcers, they work right up until the day they die. They never give these jobs up ever. because they have families that need a lot of things, like they need to live in giant mansions and shop at Costco every single day. I've noticed DeVries. He either goes with the all white or the all black. We're in the all black today. So, all right, Hoosiers with the ball, and they got to get it together here. See a better start to this half. Conaway drives all the way in, and there's nowhere to go, and he just throws it right to the other team. Louisville side pass to Hadley, and he misses the shot. Off of, I thought it was off of Enright, really, but it must have went off of Fry's shoe right there. Yeah, he drove it right to where their biggest guy was. He could have made, I don't know. He kind of drove where there was nowhere to go right there. All right, Indiana with the ball back. 41-27. And almost a turnover. DeVries gets it. Enright wide open. And he misses. And Louisville gets the ball back. The rebound. They're coming up the court. Louisville wide open three by and DeVries gets his fourth foul in the first minute. All right, this team they're gonna have to figure out how to play without DeVries on the floor right now. And that was rough. That was rough. That's right, Michael. We still got a football game, so yeah. In the football game is monumental. If Indiana can beat Ohio State, just think about that. I mean, it's just never entered my mind that they would even play in the Big Ten championship game or have an opportunity like this. And we're really playing with house money in this game. I think it's a good gauge, a good game. But how broken is the college football playoff system? I mean, if all these other teams get to sit home, I mean, imagine if that was happening in the NFL. Imagine if you had the top teams in the NFL playing on a weekend where they didn't get a bye. The top teams played each other to see who was going to be the top seed in the NFL playoffs, and all the other teams sat home and watched. Like, it would just never happen. It doesn't make any sense. For that reason, this game, it's for as much as it means nothing. Yeah, it should mean more. There should be more to it or something. I think they should. I think. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but 29-44, Indiana's got the ball. Wilkerson drives in and gets a shot block. He traveled. Okay, you can't travel like. But here's what I think they should do. All of these other teams. So you're going to have all of these teams that play the championship games. They need to make another week in college football. You need to just have like, okay, Notre Dame, you're playing Miami this week. I mean, this is how you got to like set this up. The teams that are on the bubble have to play the teams that are like JMU or Tulane or one of these schools like North Texas or Tech. I just think they need to have the higher. They needed to have the higher seeded teams just play each other. Like, because why are you making Indiana play Ohio State this week and other teams like Alabama and Georgia have to play? It just makes no sense. The other team should have to play, and that would determine the seeding, and all of the games would matter. And Tucker DeVries is super lucky that he didn't get called for a charge right there, the way that he used his forearm to shove that guy down. 30-44, the Hoosiers at 17:38, they hit the 30 mark. And so, but tell me, what do you think that like that and and Connerway with a great putback. Great play by Connerway right there. It's really showing how he can. And there's Louisville. Every time Indiana scores, they come right back and just nail a three. DeVries on a wild shot misses. Connerway with a great steal. Picked his pocket right there. 34-47. DeVries on that drive. He tried to get real physical with that guy under the basket, but just missed the shot. All right. Louisville bringing the ball up the court. DeVries is definitely, I mean, he's just going to stay out there until he fouls out. A wild shot from Louisville. 3, and I think that's Indiana's ball. Yeah, Indiana is showing some signs of life here. They got to fight. I mean, the thing I hated about the Mike Woodson teams is that they did not fight. And this banner. Ooh. Reed Bailey under the basket. And a great drive and feed right there. All right. Hoosiers putting a little bit up. No, that foul was not on Tucker DeVries. So he still has 3 fouls. That was not his 4th foul. Oh, shoot. All right. Louisville with the drive, 49-36. Wide open layup there and a nice pass. Connerway with the ball, driving left, back out top to and right, and over to the right side to Wilkerson. Now gets it to DeVries and he hits front iron and gets the friendly roll there off of the front iron. 39-49. Come on, Reed Bailey, play some defense on this guy. All right, come on. Be careful there, DeVries. Wide open 3 ball for Louisville, and they do it again every single time. Indiana gets within like 10, they come back and hit a 3.
You want to win? Go to that.
Oh my.
I'd love to transfer to AT&T.
The AT&T Essential Report. Join the winning team. Get $800 per line by switching to America's fastest most reliable.
Hoosiers are showing some life here.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Now members get every 4 foot long free. 4 foot longs free.
Take the fabric sale. Insane.
Join Sub Club and get every 4 foot long free.
Indiana's defense does rank pretty high in a lot of different categories. I know they've not played all these top level teams, but I mean, there are other teams that don't. I mean, Indiana ranks pretty high in a lot of defensive categories. So, I mean, that's kind of been their calling card. It's got to be Enright and Connerway, and these guys have to harass the ball handlers to. That's really where this defense starts. It starts from stopping the drivers from being able to get into the passing the ball down low, and it starts from that, the ball pressure up top. But Louisville is getting a lot of open threes in this game, and I don't like what Wilkerson does when he drives the ball in. He only has like one move, and it's literally like the Euro step, that slow down Euro step move, and it's one of my top 10 most hated moves in all of basketball. It's just like the slow step does not always work. It's almost like the back shoulder throw in football. It's there when it's there, but it's not there every time. You gotta. This is some wild stuff here. This CBS Viewpoint. Are these like AI people? Yeah, this dude is a tough shooter. He is one. He has nailed some shots right in our face. And but IU's got to just keep grinding. I mean, they got to see if they can crack that door and open that door and get this thing, hit a couple of shots, get it down to six points in there, and then you can see what happens. Wilkerson for three, and he misses it. And right on Brown. Now Wilkerson on Conwell up top. One pass and a three jacked up for Louisville, and Enright's got the ball. Back to Wilkerson. Got the ball knocked out of his hands, and now hits a bank shot from the corner, a 2-pointer. All right, and Alexis grabs a rebound. A wild kind of fast break for Louisville. It was like a one pass and a wild shot. And right now, nice pass down to Alexis. He's in a one-on-one spot there. And back out to Wilkerson. He nails a three. All right. And so now they got it 44-52. 8-point game. 13-33. And DeVries is fired up. Coach DeVries is fired up. Let's go. Come on. Come on, guys. Don't lose faith. You know, we're so negative about all of this. Basketball is such a it is such more of a back and forth sport than football or, you know, these guys, they they honestly left their shooting in the barn in Minnesota where it was freezing cold, and maybe it's taken them a half to get out of that slump. I mean, I got it too. I got it too. It's not just the Woody PTSD. I mean, it's the um it started a long time ago. Bracy Wright and Mike Davis and then you get a good coach in Sampson. Well, he's a jackass, so you know he gets kicked out. The PTSD from Tom Crean is from the Syracuse game, you know, and nobody was ever going to let that die about them beating us with that zone defense. But after Tom Crean, I will say this: after Tom Crean lost that game, we were all bitching so much in the couple years following that about how he couldn't, like, Indiana didn't play hard enough defense. We were never going to win anything because we didn't play defense, and Tom Crean's teams didn't play defense. And you know, Bob Knight, that's how you win, is playing defense. So they went and got Archie Miller. Honestly, the fans back then were kind of like begging for that. So Archie Miller comes in. He's got this defensive philosophy. You know, I don't need to go over it all. We've all went over it a million times. These teams are different. These teams are different. Um, yeah, yeah. It's you're right. It's 2 decades of PTSD. Even the last like 5 years of the Knight era were like the teams would play terrible in the tournament. We had guys leaving. I mean, a lot of people really were kind of sick of Knight because guys were leaving the school and stuff. So even the last 5 years of that were getting pretty toxic, and that was before the internet. I mean, we're talking people talking in the grocery store back then. That's what it was. Louisville with the ball out topping him. Pat Kelsey is absolutely losing his mind over here. There is no play to be made here, and this guy chucked the ball over his head and out of bounds. And he wanted a foul there or something. But all right, IU with the ball. Alexis up top gets it over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson driving with the left hand, bringing it back out. Pass out to DeVries, back to Wilkerson, and nothing. It's front iron and nothing. That was a decent enough shot right there. I mean, that was like it was going in. Headley, Conwell for 3, and they nail a 3 right when they need it to put it back to 11. Indiana's got to just keep chipping away at this thing, really. Stay engaged. Like Louisville's they're not a team that's going to, I think, give up a big run to Indiana. All right, DeVries with the ball out top, driving with the left hand, gets it over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson drives baseline and up and under, and what a move by Wilkerson. He makes those plays from time to time around the basket. He's made a few of those this year. And we foul the guy on the 3-pointer on the other end. Wilkerson fouls him. He's going to shoot 3 free throws. Wow, I don't see how that's not a foul too. I mean, the guy just bodied him under there too. I mean, come on. Yeah, I don't know why we can't cover Conwell. (46-58), Indiana with the ball coming up, just crossing 12 minutes left in this game. Enright over to DeVries. DeVries drives with the left hand, reverses it, and he throws it out of bounds. And DeVries just there, the pass wasn't there. He really kind of cut inward and threw it out of bounds there. Not good. Like Louisville calls a timeout, or anytime there seems to be like a stoppage in play or anything, Indiana gets put right back to where they were at, you know. And they just, again, I mean, not only was it the Minnesota game, but they're just struggling on offense. I mean, they're just struggling to find who's going to score on this team. I mean, and when you watch some of their early games, you thought this team, they're going to, that was not going to be an issue for them. They'd score a lot of points, but you can just see against these better competition teams, it's not going to be like that easy. Yep. It's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back for sure. It's happening right now. Yeah, we do. I don't know. Like our perimeter defense has been good. I mean, it's most of the year. I mean, all year it's been good. I mean, I think that's one of the things we've done. I mean, PJ Haggerty isn't just a fly by night player. He's a decent player, and Enright really handled him. So I don't think it's all. I don't know. I don't think it's all or nothing right now. This is the first time we've seen this team really go up against a good team, and Louisville is a really good team. I mean, they'd give anybody in the top 10 a run for their money. I mean, the way they played Kentucky, I mean, they came out and just pummeled Kentucky in the game I watched. And I know Kentucky's not great, but still, it's a big rivalry game. You normally don't see a big rivalry game go like that when I thought about going to the game today, just to the basketball game. I saw a ticket this morning for like $50. But I don't feel good. I'm just gonna sit right here in this recliner and watch the games all day. And I don't know what I have. I just have like a head cold. It's just like lingered on and on. I had maybe something else last week, but all right, the game's coming back on. Louisville with the ball. 46-58. Louisville turns it over. DeVries grabs the ball right in the middle. Wilkerson, now over to Wilkerson, now over to Alexis. Alexis dribbles down low, now brings it back out to DeVries. Connor Enright to DeVries on the right side until Wilkerson, and he misses the shot. And I don't think that was a 3-pointer either, but I did not think that wasn't, if that wasn't a 3, it's just not one And Tucker DeVries playing defense on this guy down low. It goes through his legs and then just luckily goes to a Louisville guy and he puts the ball right in the basket. Heck yeah, they did. We all remember that, Russell. Well, that was a beat down of the century. Oh, and that tip ball almost went back in the basket, and then Sam Alexis grabs it and dunks it right in. Look, Indiana's got to get right in this game. It's a 12-point game. You got to make a little run. I mean, you're talking a 5-0 run. You're talking like 2 stops and a couple of 3 balls, and you really can start to then make them feel a little bit of the pressure that you're in this game. But I do. They got 10 minutes. They need to make that run. DeVries goes to the bench, but I would like to see, like, in this little respite period, like where DeVries is out, I want to see what some of the other guys can do. Like Nick Dorn hit a 3-pointer. Connor Enright hit a 3-pointer. Like one of these other guys has to step up and hit a shot. Tayton Connerway I don't think he's scored in this game. And, somebody has got to be able to score on this team. Reed Bailey is a very skilled player. He's not out there right now, but let's go. Like, damn, that free throw, 48-62. They extend it back out to 14, but 14-point lead, 10:27 left. Louisville's guarding Enright, full court. Enright drives in and out of control. Maybe there was a foul there, but he's trying to make something happen, but just was not there. All right, Louisville backs down. Yeah, he's going to back Sicily all the way down to the basket. And all right, and Nick Dorn gets the rebound. Okay. Indiana with the ball. Wilkerson, you got to score. And that is a bad pass. Dorn, he wrestles it around. He gets it. Now Alexis has it. Wilkerson from way deep, and he misses. Just did not. I just don't like some of the shots they're getting. And Louisville nails a 3. It's right back out to a huge lead. Indiana just cannot do it in this game. It's tough. Back to down 17. Oh my God, this is tough to watch. It is. It just fired Darren DeVries. Well, he's probably going to be here for a few years at least. I mean, who knows how it turns out for Darren DeVries here? It's not easy. I mean, it's not easy to coach in the Big Ten. It's not easy to win games in the Big Ten, and it's not easy to win these type of games. But, well, I don't know. I mean, you got to give the guy more time. I didn't have the channel when Mike Woodson first came in, but the first 2 years of Mike Woodson, I was so positive towards Mike Woodson. You would never even believe it. I was like, give this guy a chance. I heard, from people in New York, he's, was a wizard with the offense sometimes in New York. People did. And believe it or not, people said that. People said that about Mike Woodson at one time. But all right, IU with the ball. A foul on Rogers on Connerway there on driving baseline. All right. Wilkerson gets it over to DeVries. Reed Bailey going to take a 3-pointer, and he misses it. Oh my God. We just miss everything. Like we are just shooting like shit in this game. It is not fun to watch. I mean, this team was putting 50 on the board in the first half of DeVries, a long 3 from the corner. Out of bounds. Indiana's going to keep the ball. Yeah, and that guy was right. That hit his foot. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because now we could beat Kentucky like this. Hopefully, we can beat them on the road. Well, Indiana really has their work cut out for them. Well, yeah, we don't have to worry about these guys getting drafted. Half of them will be gone because they're seniors. I mean, it's crazy. This team will practically graduate like the entire team about. Oh. Louisville has a 99.5% chance of winning this game right now. Now it just switched to 99 solid. So yeah, Indiana is shooting dismal. 5 for 26 on 3-pointers, 19.2% right now. And Louisville 12 of 27. I mean, that's more of where Indiana normally should be. But I give it to Louisville. They're not getting a lot of like easy open looks. We've had some open looks too, and we just missed them. So I mean, that's the game. Indiana cannot shoot 19%. They need to shoot like 45% on threes to have a chance at any game. And who knows? I mean, as the season goes on, like what's their percentage going to be on 3-pointers? They got to get used to playing against better competition where Dorn in the corner nailed a three. 51-67. All right. Dorn with the steal. Good defense there. Man, he grabbed him by the shoulders there. Like, it's kind of. Boy, I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to take a nap in between this and Alabama is on playing Georgia. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better for me. Yeah, IU cut it to 8, and that was just not that long ago. But boy, Louisville, every time they just cannot handle Conwell and Brown. I mean, well, IU cannot play with these guys. I mean, this should be a wake up call for this whole team. Like, you got to be. Louisville would beat them like 9.5 out of 10 times. And yeah, it's not a good. All right. Tucker DeVries with the ball. He's dribbling around up top, makes his way into the basket and gets a shot block from behind. Just every single thing in this game is not easy for Indiana. I mean, Louisville's defense just he gets in, gets a shot block. I mean, it's just every single thing they've tried to do. Louisville's just there with a big door, just saying, "No, you don't." Like, wow, Nick Dorn, what a shot by him! My God. Is he calling timeout? He's calling timeout. I mean, there's 6 minutes left. It's 13 points. Indiana could still hit shots and make a game of this if they got hot. It's just we've not seen it this whole game. Every time they're able to do anything, Louisville is just able to come down and make a clutch shot or just kind of silence Indiana. Um, and it doesn't help when you let a team get out to a 16-0 lead to start the game. All right, Louisville with the ball. 5:50 on the clock, and Louisville with a drive. Nobody stops him, and he goes right in for the dunk. I mean, just terrible defense by Indiana. Like, what the hell are you doing there? I mean, stop the ball. Somebody step in front of that guy. And DeVries turns it over. That's how this has gone. Every time we do anything, they come down, hit a shot, then we do something real stupid, just flubbering all over ourselves. Oh, really disappointing game for Indiana because it really shows they got a long way to go before January 1st. I mean, they're going to play teams in the Big Ten. It's not good. Like they looked good against Kansas State, and Marquette is awful, and Kansas State is awful, and Minnesota is awful. And there it goes again. It's just like right back. They can extend the lead whenever they want to. They can put it way out in front. I'll say it'll be a losing season if they play like this, but they won't play like this in every game. They won't shoot 20% on threes in every game they play in. But right there, Tate Connerway. That's just him just getting driven, like just getting driven right there. You can't. He crossed his feet over, and that's when he drove on him. Oh, I see the cheerleader you're talking about there. I mean, Louisville is a great team with something to prove, especially after losing that game to Arkansas. They're just much better than Indiana. Indiana is just outmatched in almost every single position. Louisville is just better. Now, Enright, DeVries for a long three, and he misses. And a nice putback by Reed Bailey there. Yeah, I thought this was the first time like Sam Alexis did not play well at all. And both Bailey and Alexis both played bad. Like that's the other thing. We don't have any big guys. We can't have those guys play just like complete garbage. And another free running layup for Louisville. And I mean, I will say this. It's up to the coach to get the guys to play the way he needs them to play. Like, I don't care if it's Reed Bailey or Sam Alexis, or if you go get another guy who's 6'10" or 7 foot. I mean, if they don't bring the energy, they'll get beat by teams like Louisville. I mean, that's all there is to it. Those guys look like they're just fumbling all over themselves in a game like this. Enjoy your nap.
Hurry if you want. See the performance events going on now.
Introducing Subway's new Sub Club. Members get every 4 foot long free. 4 foot long's free. Fix my 50 long later.
4 foot long's free. Forget the fabric sale, Frank say.
Join Sub Club and get every 4 foot long free.
They've been riding about the craziest deal. 4 iPhone 17 Pros. All of them. No kidding. You just ate. We know it, Liz. You're always watching. Always watching.
For a limited time, get 4 iPhone 17 Pros on us. No trade-in needed. Plus 4 lines for $25
I have to be honest with you. This game has been brutal to watch. I mean, you don't want like they've been behind from the very tip, have been behind 16-0 from the very beginning of the game. And Louisville's practically been ahead by 8 to 18 points just consistently the entire way. I mean, there's just been no chance that Indiana was going to win this game. They look terrible. And yeah, this is just a brutal. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Louisville probably get out in space and just dunk it right on us. All right. Hadley's out top. Louisville's just kind of like trying to burn the clock off here, obviously. And they fire up a long three, and it doesn't go in. Say if anybody was due to hit 3-pointers, it would be Indiana. Because they've shot terribly. Now this is their second game in a row of I mean, that's where you want to see Indiana be, where Louisville's at now. I mean, this Louisville team, like they're saying, I mean, definitely could get to a Final Four. You know, it'll be interesting to see what DeVries' second team, like next year, that won't have his son on it and will be kind of a combination of guys, like whether or not who stays, and who goes, all that stuff will be interesting because there'll be maybe guys on this team that don't stay. And Dorn misses the three. Just like the game is about over. I can't even believe that the announcers were acting like Indiana was going to claw back into the game. Yeah, we do. We do. That could be. Unless they're in the same bracket. Well, then they would beat us in that bracket. Yeah, IU's got to beat Kentucky. I gotta say, I mean, they're Kentucky does not look good at all, and they won't be ranked after this week, but or IU won't. I don't know if Kentucky will even be ranked. Oh, Indiana plays Penn State on Tuesday. I can't believe it's a 10-point game. It just felt like it was 20 points like a minute ago. Bam, Louisville. They did it all game. Every single time they needed to hit a three, they nailed one. Yeah, I was playing it to the finish. I mean, really trying to make it. And the metrics do matter. I mean, losing this game by 5. I mean, Indiana was not favored to beat Louisville, so they're not gonna lose much. They're 22 in the net now, but they're not gonna lose much by if they lose to this team by less than 10 points. So I mean, that is one positive to take from it. To all the people that watched the game, it felt like a blowout the entire time because Indiana was never within 5 points unless it was 5-0.
Louisville with the lead on conference games. They've already beat Kentucky, Cincinnati. They lost on
Damn, Dorn, he is really nailing some shots. Boy, this might be the game where you start to believe in him. on DeVries on the inbounder. $15 points for Nick Dorn in the second half. He's a player of the game. This dude, get this guy some more shots. I mean, he definitely, and I've heard people say, well, this guy could shoot. So there was no foul there. Oh, the referees have been awful in this game. I mean, just overall, just straight up garbage. Yeah, we might have to shoot 45 threes a game. I mean, let Nick Dorn take some threes, you know. Louisville does not miss their free throws. I'll tell you that much. (23 of 26 on free throws for Louisville in this game. Man, they buried Indiana. Like, Indiana fought back. I mean, ended up 11 for 34 on threes, and they ended up 13 of 31. But well, I am gonna get off on here. What did you guys think? I mean, I'm gonna make a video about the game, obviously, and we'll talk about it more in depth. But you know, I'm gonna jump on and see what Kent Sterling has to say about it, because this is disappointing. This is a disappointing game. And Indiana just looked not ready to play from the beginning. Got it taken right to them, missing shots and things right off the bat. Um, not rebounding in the first half at all. I mean, just rebounds and the play under the basket was awful. That's right, Michael. Let's go tonight. We gotta everybody root for the football team. I don't think I'm gonna live stream the football game. I was thinking about it, and I feel like whatever I have, it is just getting worse and worse as I sit here. So I'm gonna drink some tequila. No, I'm gonna drink some Theraflu with some tequila in it. So no, I'm just gonna drink some Theraflu and might as well go one from the Spectrums with Woody. I can't comprehend that right now. I don't know why, but thank you so much for everybody for being here. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.